If you haven't been living under a water, you probably already know that the amazing digital circus has a serious problem with plagiat and farm content. Ever since the show's inception, people have been trying to profit from it, sometimes even illegally. However, this was addressed a few days ago by the show's creators themselves in the new trailer released by Glith Productions, which featured a number of new characters, locations, and plot details from episode 2. Hi friends, whoever finds the Pomni plush toy past shock throughout the video and marks the timecode in the comment will get a return subscription from me. And I'm Katie's friend who will be replacing her in the near future. Watch the video to the end because you're in for a raffle on my YouTube channel. Let's get started! We were also shown some brand new merchandise that will be available for the concert. Some of it looks very great, but the video that I want to speak about is this one, which features Pomni and Kane observing the mark that Pomni has made on the internet just by existing. And they both appear dissatisfied with what the fanbase has accomplished. This could be a reference to two things, and I'll discuss them both, and you write in the comments what you think it was shown to us. First of all, the blurring gives me the impression that they are alluding to sexual stuff. Basically, I'll just say that this is kind of verified by the illusion, as people will draw and produce content with the great digital circus figures in ways that are not particularly family-friendly. The reason I believe the show's creators mentioned it in the trailer is because it's easy to understand why they don't like the way fans are using the characters in ways that aren't even close to what the creator intended. Basically, the characters are being used as props for whatever sexual content people need to create. However, they could also be talking about bad YouTube content in general, such as content farms and bad theory channels, which Google defines as content farms, in order to produce a large amount of textual web content that is specifically designed to satisfy algorithms for maximal revealability by search engines, or SEO, is a company that employs a large number of freelance writers and/or writers. Additionally, these channels take advantage of the amazing digital circus and its characters to pump out as many videos as they can with little to no love or care for the actual series. The bad theory channels, while not always as bad, tend to just make things up with little to no proof and pass it off as a theory or even a fact rather than just speculation. At the end of the day, if their theory ends up just being crap, they still got the clicks, so it doesn't even matter. Instead of just spending their time crafting a theory or even sometimes fact-checking these channels, they put basically no effort into their videos, especially if they use AI for the process, which makes it even easier for these people. Will essentially yap for however long it takes without even offering any insightful commentary on the show. However, if you guys want videos featuring insightful commentary and love for the amazing digital circus, please subscribe to my channel because I'm simply better than everyone else. Next, I want to discuss Glitch Productions' jab at fake merchandise in this clip. As you can see, I briefly blocked out. What happened, and how can we help support the production of this awesome new show that you just saw? Pomni and Kane were talking about how money will be generated for the show. Before we see Kane transform into his repulsive bootleg plush toy, Pomni looks at him in confusion. Then he returns to normal and remarks that he has fainted. In case you missed it, Kane transformed into one of the many bootleg plush toys of himself that are still being sold illegally today. Some people might think it's okay because at the time, even though there isn't an official Kane plush available yet, it's still illegal because someone is making money off of someone else's creation without that person's consent. It's also fairly obvious that the plush is of low quality because it's being sold on a website called Digital Circus Plush. I find it pretty funny that Glitch is making jokes about these channels, even though some people might believe that this is the first official mention of these bootlegs and poor content. Others might believe that this is the first official reference to these bootlegs and bad content. Regardless, once they realize the completely lackluster quality, they probably won't buy any other official digital circus merch ever again. Gooseworks, as evidenced by their Tumblr page, has always been against content farms and other crappy uses of digital circus IP and characters. A quick search on YouTube will show you just how awful everything is, so it should come as no surprise that even the show's creators make fun of these terrible things. Gooseworks reacted to a question on the show's character's sexual orientation by showing a triangular man sliding down some steps. Honestly, when asked what the character's origin stories are, Gooseworks gave the following response when asked, "Honestly, this is exactly how a lot of people feel. What's the need to know who the characters are attracted to just enjoy the show like everyone else?" Remove quote. If you're unfamiliar with Lankybox, it's actually a good thing, because their content is mind-numbing. Essentially, they are a kids channel that features loud, bright, and incredibly stimulating videos that are ideal for young children. They also capitalize on whatever is currently trending. Furthermore, is uploading nearly 5 times a day. How is that even feasible? This post that I'm going to discuss encapsulates my thoughts on this, quote-unquote. I've talked about a glitch about the content farm farm videos when they first started showing up, as well as several other times when people kept asking me to do something about them, but nothing will ever be enough to stop them. I've seen people blame me for the content farm videos and say I could have stopped them, as if I am not feeling the greatest pain and shame by their existence. I hope that at the very least, Digital Circus can be a somewhat enjoyable show in its own right. My job is to write and direct shows, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I don't know if it will succeed, but I'm going to try, and honestly, I agree these subjects, in a perfect world, farms wouldn't exist. But that isn't the world we live in. Farms are absolutely disgusting, but there isn't much we can do about them. Therefore, our only option is to ignore them, take in the incredible digital spectacle in its emptiness, and put everything else aside. Lastly, I'd like to discuss the reason these bootlegs and content farms even exist in the first place. Since the show has a large following of young fans, people are eager to profit from its popularity. Whether it's through clickbait thumbnails or phony merchandise, they will stop at nothing to hook young viewers. A common practice is to sexualize characters in thumbnails that show images of them in provocative clothing and poses, which may be bad on its own. But when you consider that the videos aren't marketed towards children, it makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it in the first place. Children are impressionable, so exposing them to this kind of content cannot be good for them in the long run. This allows one to earn a lot of ad revenue from their channel. However, these channels don't give a damn because of how much money they make. Secondly, there is fake merchandise, which is created by individuals who, without the show's creators' consent, sells items featuring characters or designs from the show for a profit. In essence, this is stealing money from the show's creators. Not only is this kind of unlawful, but the goods sold products are typically very costly and of extremely poor quality. Thus, in addition to stealing ideas and artwork from the people who created the amazing Digital Circus, they also, additionally, they are profiting fully from them, as well as from the sale of phony merchandise like unofficial t-shirts, plush animals, and much more. Lastly, we have the content. If you search for Amazing Digital Circus on YouTube, you'll find almost everything you need to know about farms. However, there are people who are trying to milk the show by creating a lot of lazy, uninspired videos with no real thought or intention behind them, which shows a lack of concern for both the show and their own YouTube channel. One of the worst culprits in this regard is the channel Lankybox. Their vivid, colorful thumbnails and captivating images promise an engaging experience that draws in young children almost instantly. What makes matters worse are the uploads of some of the worst franchise milking I have ever seen. Additionally, I've discovered that they post more than 5 times a day. How on earth is that possible? I sincerely pray for any child whose attention span these YouTubers will destroy. Gooseworks even responded to a question concerning the genesis tale of their villain. They said that it was a lanky box, and it is clear that they are an issue. That's about all I have to talk about today. If you have any more to add, please leave it in the comments section below. It's unfortunate to see that creating content has recently become more about money than passion, but I can't disrespect this hustle because these YouTubers do make a lot of money, which is exactly why they continue to make this content. Well, now we come to the fun part. It's a giveaway. As soon as I have 1,000 subscribers on my channel, I will raffle off a Kane or Pomni figurine. It's up to you to choose. The conditions will be as simple as possible. So guys, subscribe to my channel to make this drawing as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone!